Domestic violence is a topic that's very sensitive to a lot of our ears and eyes. The reason being is because we have either committed the act, experienced it, or witnessed it. Let's bring it to the beginning of the relationship, right? We go into these relationships broken. So when a person comes into our life, they fill this void that we have been missing for a long time. When that person fills that void, what happens is that they have a little bit more control over us. Here's the twist of it. You ladies don't know that these men are also going into these relationships missing a void because a lot of them have not been taught how to be men by proper men. So coming to the relationship, it starts off with a little bit of jealousy. That little bit of jealousy creates arguments, creates a little bit of bad vibes. That little bit of bad vibes creates threats. You don't stop the threats, that little bit of threats creates the first strike. The minute you said okay to that first strike, you said okay and gave the green light to every strike after that. So here's the thing that I need you guys to understand. There's consequences that come to domestic violence. And it's not just physical violence, it's also verbal violence. Sometimes we create triggers and we create trauma with the things that we say, the words that we give these women, not understanding how much damage it's actually causing. You know that sometimes you're hitting a woman harder with those words than with that punch? Guys, what I want to teach you in this video is that willpower, that self-control. We all been there. I'm talking to you as a man that has also been there. I've been there when I raised my hand and I wanted to strike a woman. But guess what? When I got there, a trigger came to my mind and I thought about all those damages that have been caused in my life when my father would hit my mother. I remember running outside, literally. I remember going under my bed. I remember going under the sheets. And when my father would be hitting my mother and he would be hitting her and hitting her, I would think, when is this storm going to end? I used to be so scared. I remember trembling. As I'm talking to you right now, I'm literally trembling. Guys, the damages that these acts do are life-changing to anybody. So what I want you to realize is that baby that you're hitting, the reason why I say that baby is because that woman, although she's a woman, still has a lot of growing up to do. She's bringing the old her with her to that relationship. So when you're thinking about hitting a woman, think about this. She was once a baby. That woman, your kid's mother, she was once a baby. She once tried to crawl. She once used to fall when she tried to walk for the first time. She tripped up a couple times when she tried to run for the first time. The couple times that she fell trying to ride a bike. That 1-year-old, 2-year-old, 3-year-old, that 10-year-old, that 15-year-old, that lady that was excited when she turned 18, that woman that was excited when she turned 21. This is the princess that you're damaging. This is the princess that you're hurting. And what I'm thinking about right now is when I hold my daughter and I look at my daughter and I think about how much I love my daughter, my job is to give that woman, my baby, enough self-esteem so that when she gets older, she has to deal with men like you. She knows how to realize the little triggers to de-escalate further situations. Guys, you want to know why I'm not mad at you? You want to know the real reason why I'm not bitter with you? You want to know the real reason why I'm not devaluing you? It's because you've never been taught how to be a man. You probably seen your mom get hit by your dad. You probably seen your uncle do damage. You probably seen your grandfather do damage to your grandmother. You probably witnessed all these things, so who am I to judge you? All I want to do is give you a perspective and raise your awareness that what you're doing and the damage that you're causing is traumatizing. It's something that affects a woman for the rest of their life. There's a lot of women that have a gift. They have a gift to show the world, but because of your words and your actions, they don't have the self-esteem to do it. Let's be honest, I know that some of you guys feel guilty when you hit a woman. So what I want you to develop is that willpower. If you're able to control yourself at the most vulnerable emotional state of mind, which is to hit a woman because you're that angry, right? Think about that willpower in life. Think about the discipline that it can help you with in life. Think about how bright your future can be if you can develop that self-control. I am not here to knock anybody, whether it's the woman or the guy. But what I want you guys to realize is that our kids Our kids are being affected. Look at that baby boy. Look at that baby girl. Look at your daughter. Think about how you felt when you had that daughter. So every time you're hitting a woman, every time you're damaging a woman, you're giving the okay for a man to do that to your baby, to your princess, to your gem. Guys, I remember when I held my sister, let alone my daughter, when I held my sister, I made her a promise that no man was gonna damage her. And the thing about it that we don't realize the consequences that arise with our actions, the incarceration, the retaliation from family members, the self-guilt. Let's think about that self-guilt. Some of you guys are insecure. Some of you guys are broken because you haven't been able to forgive yourself on all the damage that you've caused the woman. Guys, listen to me. Love is not supposed to hurt. Love is not supposed to hurt. You're supposed to be a team. You guys are in the relationship broken as it is. Be each other's assets. Stop being each other's liabilities. Guys, the consequences that we all have to face when we're not able to have our self-control is enormous. Right now, as a man, as a 30-year-old man, I had to learn how to forgive my father. I had to literally cry my tears out and say, you know what, he's never been taught how to be a man. He's never been taught how to stop his hand from striking a woman. He's never been taught how to not choke a woman. He's never been taught those things. So I had to learn how to forgive him so that our relationship doesn't get affected for the rest of my life. Remember, if you're not a parent already, you're gonna be a parent. So the acts that you're committing, you're okaying your children to commit those same acts, whether it's on the receiving end or it's on the giving end. Let's be a better us every single day. I know that it's not gonna be easy, and I know a lot of you women are broken, and a lot of you women are tore up, and a lot of you women don't know where to go. And here's what I'm gonna tell you. Begin to love yourself. To really learn how to talk to yourself. I know the damage is done, but it's not too late. Capture yourself before you meet death right before your eyes. We've seen it time and time again on the media. We've seen it time and time again on social media. We see it time and time again on these families that are broken. I'm gonna leave you guys a story at the end that I need you to witness, because here's the thing about that story. We lost 2 lives. Although the man committed the act, but he also has a family that loved him. Although the man committed the act, he also has people that cared for him. He was just a broken individual that didn't have that self-control that you don't have, and look at the consequence. Now this man, this little boy that was once damaged, has to live incarcerated for the rest of his life, while the woman doesn't have another opportunity to say I love you to her kids. Guys, is that gonna be you? Ladies, are you gonna wait till it's too late? I love you and I believe in you. And although it's not easy, the time is now to make a change. Don't wait till it's too late, till you no longer have an opportunity.